So if you can get these 3 things going, I promise you, you will literally become a millionaire on YouTube, okay? So I'm going to split this video up into 3, level 1, level 2, and level 3, okay? So level 1 being get started, okay? So that literally is the basics. That is just you actually creating your page. That is you actually starting to film your first at least 3 videos, okay, so that you can start getting the momentum going. When you tell people to subscribe, they've got something to watch, okay? So that is just you learning how to play around with your camera, angles, lighting. So just do it. Fail forward. It does not matter. It does not have to be perfect. I promise you, this is like a pro tip that I've always learned through watching such videos as the one you're watching now. Basically, just start, okay, and create your first 100 videos. If you haven't even created 100 videos, I'm sorry, like, don't even come talk to us about anything fancy. Like, your first 100 videos are your trial, and what you do is that with each and every single video you get 1% better, be it if you are just getting your lighting better, your positioning better, your projection better, which is like how loud and clear you're speaking, anything, literally your camera quality, your editing skills. Learn one new editing trick per video and you basically are gonna get better. Okay, now level 2 is basically get good, okay? So now we have gotten over the stage fright. We've gotten over the time where, you don't know if you should post or not, if it's good enough. Literally just get that content out there. And now by level 2, you are getting good, all right? You are making sure that you're looking good, you're presentable, your staging is correct, you have a momentum and a flow, you know exactly what you want your page to be about. Right, you've established that by shooting your first few videos. You're like, okay, I'm comfortable with shooting about makeup or about sports or about whatever it is, fashion, about content creation, as I'm doing right now. And then now when it comes to getting good, you are actually also elevating the amount of research that you're doing. So you're giving people proper advice that you have also learned for yourself, things that are working for you, even if it's not working for you, but you are at least getting out there and you're outsourcing things that people can do and try for themselves, right? So you are a good source of information, all right? So now on level 3, we are basically getting smart, okay? So now this means that you've gotten over the whole creating content and posting, and now you've gotten over getting good at creating content. Now we're at the point where you're getting super smart, which is learning the game of YouTube, okay? So now you're studying the algorithm, you're doing everything that you need to do to really blow your page and literally get rich and become a millionaire, okay? So now you need 3 things, okay? So these 3 things are super important in terms of being smart in the YouTube game. The first step is getting people to click on your videos, right? So now that has a lot to do with your thumbnails. Thumbnails are super important. They can make or break your video, okay? So obviously I would really suggest putting words. A lot of people have certain disabilities when it comes to viewing content. So if they can just see your face, see what it's about, invoke an emotion in a person. So if it's a happy video, maybe you're smiling. If it's a sad video, maybe you're frowning. Maybe you've got some words so people can see and you're getting people to click and say, oh, I like that. It's saying food because it's going to have food content, or it's saying content because it's going to talk about content, or makeup in the big text because it's going to have makeup related content. So that's the kind of stuff that makes people click, okay? Number 2 is getting people to watch, right? So that is your watch time. That is literally staying interesting enough for people to sit through your video and watch this entire thing that you have created, which is obviously now gonna make sure that you're coining it in on the YouTube, baby, okay? So always make sure your videos are interesting, you're not over explaining, you're editing well enough so that people can get through it, understand, but get to the point, okay? People don't have all day to watch your videos. So just make it more informative for the viewer rather than for yourself. And then number 3, it's your viewer satisfaction, right? Make sure that your viewer is satisfied, that if they came onto here to learn how to start a YouTube channel, they left learning how to start a YouTube channel. You didn't literally clickbait them and then like now they just heard about something super, super random. So basically, you're not tricking your people into thinking, okay, I'm going to learn how to start a YouTube channel, or I'm going to learn how to do my makeup. But when they watch the video, they're not satisfied because they didn't learn how to start a YouTube channel, or the tips and tricks to grow the channel, or they didn't learn how to do their makeup or anything to do with makeup, like their products or brushes or techniques. So make sure that your viewers are satisfied, the quality is good, your content is proper, the editing is proper. So make sure that it's literally on point with your thumbnail, with your heading, right? So everything that you're writing at the bottom, your description. If you are wondering how to be different, okay, and how are people gonna really watch your video in comparison or compared to another person's video on the same topic, we're gonna go into two things, all right? First is marketing, and second is your edge, okay? So in terms of marketing, we're literally going to treat YouTube as if it's a business, obviously, because you're going to want to make money off of this thing, right? So if you, for instance, wanted to open up a shop, right, a boutique, for example, and you went around your area and you're like, okay, what type of boutiques do they have around my area? Okay, what type of people are shopping, how much are people spending, right? So then you kind of looking around your area to see that, okay, there's a gap, or there's something that is needed. How can I not really be better? Because being better is a lot worse in terms of like literally now you have to do more work, but where do I fit in, or how can I help, right? Which is now relating to your edge, right? So that is what makes you stand out. That's what makes your video pop and be the best, right? So your edge could literally be anything to do with like your depth of research, which is how much you're going to research and give people information in comparison to other people. This could be your storytelling skills. Maybe you're much better, or your storytelling is much more different, right? Maybe you get more into detail, or people just really find you funny or interesting. Even something as small as your editing. Maybe you're super incredible at your editing, right? And that is your strong point in your field of videos, okay? So maybe people know that, listen, when I come to your page, honey, the editing is on point. There's memes, there's this, there's that, there's breakaways, there's boom, bam, pow. Like everything is just super, super on point when it comes to editing. Right? Now, lastly also is like how relatable you are and your authenticity, right? So now this has to do with touching on people's heartstrings, all right? People want to relate to you. People want to know that, look, I started it too. Here I am. I'm making a video about starting a YouTube channel because I did it too. It's not really easy, but I did it, right? I didn't get all the followers in the world just like that, but I tried it too, just like you, right? So, I mean, if I could do it, so can you. That's something that we can relate on, right? And how authentic I am who I am. I speak how I speak. I dress how I dress. I like to do the things that I like to do. So we can relate on that level of saying, okay, we both like YouTube. We both want to be content creators. So we can relate and be like, you know what, girl, let me help you out. So it's like that thing that we can relate on to be like, you know what, this person is authentic. They know it's tough. They're not saying it's super easy. We're here. We're about to like dive in and get into each and every single step to make sure that you and I both go up to the top. Okay, so that is how I will conclude my video. I hope you saw yours today. Mwah, mwah, mwah. I love you lots. I am Erica Mashilwane. Please watch the next video so that you can get more tips and tricks on how to really blow your pages, get more content, get on other social media platforms, and yeah, I'll see you in my next one. Bye.